A few weeks ago, I showed you this video and I made commentary on it.
I say this with seriousness and respect, but your department is out of control. You are spending like you don't have a budget. You're on the verge of running out of money for the fiscal year. You are illegally refusing to spend funds that have been authorized by this Congress and appropriated by this committee. Let's start with your spending. You are on track to trigger the Anti-Deficiency Act. That means you are going to spend more money than you have been allocated by Congress. This is a rare occurrence, and it is wildly illegal. Your agency will be broke by July, over 2 months before the end of the fiscal year. You may not think that Congress has provided enough money to ICE, but the Constitution and the federal law does not allow you to spend more money than you have been given or to invent money.
That was in reference to the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, seen here looking like a retired Dallas Cowboys cheerleader who's commenting on the cheerleading of today. And what they were talking about was the fact that she is on track to go broke by July. This was in April or May. Well, guess what? I finally learned why she was there.
This bitch
was trying to get more money than what the experts thought she needed for a certain job.
We talked a little bit about the wall earlier. The administration has asked for $46.5 billion for the wall. The border on the Mexican border is about 1,950 miles. We've fenced or walled about 700 of it. That leaves about 1,200 miles. There's 200 or 300 miles of it that probably never going to have a fence on. It's mountainous or just impossible to fence or wall. So I would say realistically, you got under 1,000. But let's just say there's 1,000. You really want to wall on 1,000. CBP says it's $6.5 million per mile. Your response today was $12 million per mile. That means $12 billion for 1,000 miles. We're off here by a factor of 3 or 4 with $46 billion. Where's the rest of the $46 billion? The administration says they want $46 billion for a wall. You could pave all of it and still have, 34 billion left over. What's the $34 billion going for?
They are asking for $46 billion to build the wall. And if you go back and listen to Senator Rand Paul, he said the experts said it only costs $6 billion per mile. They want $12 billion per mile. First of all, why the hell does it cost $6 billion to build a mile worth of wall? Whatever. But
this bitch
is asking for double what it cost.
Yeah, Senator, thank you for the question. We do have 702 miles of wall today. 598 of that are steel. The rest of that is temporary that's in place. Since the president's been in office, over 70 miles has been erected. We have 11 contracts that have gone out and allocated. We also have 5 more that are pending. Based on the dollars that have been requested, it's not just the infrastructure that would be built, that would be the actual wall construction. It would be also surveillance equipment.
The numbers way.
Did you see what she just did? What she tried to do was say the additional $6 billion. Mind you, it's $6 billion per mile of fence. The other $6 billion, she says, is for surveillance, drones, blah, 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 blah. It's not. The expert said the $6 billion per wall includes all of that.
The number's way off. 1,000. You could do 1,000 miles for $12 billion. You're asking for $46 billion. So I'm one who's not impressed and would have to see more detail as to where the rest of the money goes. We can't just throw $30 billion out there and say things cost a lot.
I agree. We'll get you the specific.
This bitch
is lying. Again, this is the same person who is on par to go broke by July, and she's out there inflating the numbers by $30 billion. They want $12 billion. The president and her is asking for $46 billion. That's an additional $34 billion. They're lying to you saying it's gonna go for drones, but it's not. What do they want to do with the extra $30 billion? And they're always talking about fraud, waste, and abuse and can't explain it. What do you think?
Look here, baby, I hope you find whatever it is that you need. But I also